Hi, today is June 4th, 2024, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 864 for the year, Fresh Burgers Sign. There are a number of reasons why I was disturbed by the sign that advertised fresh burgers. For one thing, I am generally disturbed by the thought that human beings eat the flesh of other animals, but even beyond that is the implication that there are establishments that are selling burgers that aren't fresh. Like, do they leave burgers on the counter until they begin to turn green and then cook them? Or do they cook them and then leave them out for several days and allow them to be infested with maggots and God knows what else before serving them? These are questions I generally don't think about because I don't eat burgers made of meat, but I am thinking about them now because of this fresh burgers sign, and I am not happy about it. Poem number 865, The Ventriloquist. He was proud that he had learned the art of ventriloquism, but his audience was perplexed because he never used dummies in his act. Dummies are not just dumb, he would say, they are obvious and cliche, and plus there's the whole political thing about dummies. The ventriloquist would never explain what the whole political thing was, and the people who seemed to understand only seemed to understand why the ventriloquist used a box of tissues instead of a dummy. The great ventriloquo and Tishy were a very popular act, but one got the sense that they would have been far more popular if Tishy had had a mouth. Poem number 866, Figments. One can take figments of one's imagination and bring them into being and make them real. But can one take things that are real and take them out of being and turn them into figments? Poem number 867, Excitement. When I woke up this morning, the birds were chattering like maniacs, as if the sun that was about to rise was the great god of the birds. Or actually, more like the sun was a super famous celebrity that never made public appearances. The birds were like, "Can you believe it?" And "I know, I know, I know." And "I'm so excited I could shit." And "Peck me in the face so I know I'm not dreaming." Because birds don't have hands, so they can't slap each other to prove that they aren't dreaming. They need to peck each other in the face. If you've never seen a bird peck another bird in the face, that is because it is rare that a bird wonders whether reality is actually a dream. But this morning, at least one of the birds couldn't fucking believe that the sun was coming up, which didn't make sense to me, but I don't know what it's like to be a bird who is so excited about the sunrise that they don't know what's what. And the last poem of the day, poem number 868, The Transitive. He felt wet and loose down there, as if he had a vagina and he had been stimulated, but he hadn't been stimulated and he didn't have a vagina as far as he knew. He wondered whether deep inside of his genitalia there was a female center like the chocolate center of a Tootsie Pop. This wasn't the first time he had felt like this, but he felt that going forward, when he felt like this in the future, he would call himself Tootsie. All right, that's it. Thank you. Yeah, that's enough, right? 5. Yeah, 5 on weekdays, 7 on weekends. It's a good rhythm. I appreciate you.